And welcome to the super fun, awesome, happy time pedal show. My name is Gabor, and today I'm looking at some more AmpliTube stuff. And I thought today I want to look at the AmpliTube collection, the Fender Collection. I believe until, when is it, March 20? Hang on, let's check this out. If you go to IK Multimedia, AmpliTube crazy deal. Until May 20, let's accept cookies. Until May 20, the Fender Collection is 75% off. So 25 euros. I don't know what that's in other currencies, but 25 euros instead of 99 euros for the Fender Collection, which is a pretty good deal because you get all of this. Hang on, is this the Fender Collection? Here we are. You get 57 Champ, 57 Deluxe, 59 Bassman, 64 Vibreverb Custom, 65 Deluxe Reverb, 65 Twin Reverb, 65 Princeton, Bassman 300, Champion 600, MH500 Metalhead, ooh, that looks very Metalhead, a Pro Junior with a pick, a Supersonic, a TBP Tube Bass Pre, I guess, one. Vibro King. I guess you get the Fender 2 collection as well. I don't know. Let's just assume you do. 53 Bassman, 57 Bandmaster, 57 Custom Champ, 57 Custom Deluxe. I like how there's for bridging. It's ready to go if you want to bridge the inputs. That's cool. I like that. 57 Custom Pro Amp, 57 Custom Twin Amp, and a 65 Super Reverb. Plus, you get all the pedals too. Let's have a quick look. What pedals do you get in the Fender Collection? You get a 63 Reverb, a Fender Blender, Fender Compressor, Fender Volume, Fender Wah, Fender Fuzz Wah, Phaser, Tape Echo, and Tremolo. And you also, I believe, get like rack stuff, 63 Reverb, Compressor, Pitch Shifter, Sine Flange, Tape Echo, Triangle Chorus, and a Wah. And all the cabinets, of course. These are all the cabinets you get with it as well. So you get a lot. So it's quite a big pack that you're getting. And I thought, I've checked out some of it, but I thought, let's check out all of it. Well, all the presets anyway. So you go into AmpliTube Collections, AmpliTube Fender 1, and Blackface, or 2 Blackface. So let's check that out. So I've got, for this now, I've got my Fano Omnis MG6, which is a lovely guitar. Hang on, let's go up a bit higher. Let's do that. Yeah, there you go. I've got that. And that goes directly via green cable into my Audient ID44 interface, into the DI input up the front, or a high Z or high Z input or DI input, whatever you want to call it. I did a whole video about that here, and I linked to it below as well. Impedance issues when you're recording with interfaces, when you're going direct in and all that sort of stuff. So yes, it goes into that and then straight into Logic, and I use that as a plugin. So the only thing I usually do is I turn the volume down a bit, because to me they're always very loud and they clip stuff. So this is the 2 Blackface. So I should actually quickly do without the plugin being on. It sounds like this. So this is a straight signal, straight clean signal going into Logic, and this is the sound. Now that sounds great. First sound. Now, these are fairly high output P90s. I think it sounds killer. There's a drive pedal. Lovely reverb as well from the 63 Spring. And there's 2, well no, one's a twin and one's a deluxe. So there's a deluxe and a twin with, oh, that's got a little bit of reverb, but that one has no reverb. Oh, because, yeah, okay, so that spring reverb is on the deluxe. And then, yeah, that's cool. That's a good sound. And that diode overdrive is the free overdrive that comes with the free version of AmpliTube as well, so you definitely get that one. That sounds great to me. I really like that. Okay, next, so let's remember that, because at the end I might try and make up sort of a sound I really like, or play around with a sound, like a preset for myself. I'm using this, so basically here, you can either go through it, you know, like that, if you don't know AmpliTube, or you can click the up and down buttons and it goes through it. So 12 strings. And again, it's very loud at first. I always turn it down to around -10 to 12 dB. For some reason, this is just the way it works for me. In my interface, it seems to clip stuff if I don't. So this is a Deluxe reverb with a pitch shifter and a tri-chorus. So without them. There's a lower octave pitch shifter there too. Okay, so there's 2 pitch shifters. So if I turn that off and just turn the other one on, that one goes up, I guess. So that one's in the effects loop, and then that one's later on. So that's a fairly quiet lower octave. And then you've got the truer chorus. And a drive in front of it. If there are any presets that you want me to, or anything, any amps actually, let's say it that way, any Fender amps you want me to go through, like specifically, I'm happy to do full videos on specific amps. So this is just looking at the presets. 80s high gain, all right. So I definitely got the right guitar for that. Whoa! Okay, that needs to go down even further. There's more gain, let's turn it up. I don't know what I'm playing. Sounds cool though. So there's a compressor, Fender compressor, and a tri-chord. Just very quickly. Let's 7-string that. Yeah. In drop G sharp tuning, or A flat, whatever you want to call it. It's too much bass. Lots, too much bottom end in my opinion. Because you've got the 2 cabinets, yeah, almost, yeah, I would get rid of most of that, maybe boost some of the presence and treble. Just wanted to check that. Back to normal programming. I guess 80s high gain is not with a 7-string guitar that tuned to drop A sharp, drop G sharp. Anyway, that's that. Next, I've got to be quick because there's a lot of presets. Ala Stern. Okay, I'm guessing Mike Stern. I can't play like Mike Stern. Fast. In a twin reverb. All right, Ala Stern. ARP, whatever ARP is. Ooh, that's nice. So there we have a tape echo and a flanger. And a bit of drive up the front. So that's kind of like that. It's a lovely sounding delay. So that's the tape echo. Yeah, it looks, I mean, ooh, ramp and step, what does that do? Not sure. Anyway, that's ARP. What's next? Blues solo. Well, that's right up my alley. So we've got a vibroverb with some overdrive. Let's do the thing that we need to do. Turn the distortion up. Chorus. Blues solo next, because there's quite a blues solo Gilmour. There's quite a few to go through. Hang on, let's have a look. So we're not, yeah. There's all of those, and all of those. Maybe I'll skip a few. I don't know much David Gilmour. Let's just go next one. Blur rhythm. Now that's kind of more up my alley. Now you don't want to get copyright strikes, but it's this kind of. Is that what I mean by that? You know what I mean. Is that what I mean by that? So that's got the Fender blend in, because that, I mean, that's a massively crazy fuzz if you turn it up. With a graphic EQ. Blur rhythm. Okay, next. So far the first one was my favourite. Campbell, I guess Mike Campbell. I don't really know what he does either, but... Very dynamic sound. It's quite fizzy to drive, but it's very dynamic. With spring reverb, I guess. Yep. Deluxe reverb. Princeton reverb, sorry. Next one. Clean Champ. Alright. See, it's loud again. Okay, I guess a bit lower. And it's got the 63 reverb as well, pedal. Cool, that's nice. There's some nice sounds in this. Cold Shots. Okay, no, I'm not an SRV guy at all, but so is this the fuzz wah? Yeah, it is. No, you got it. That's how you get. I mean, it says Cold Shot, which is like an SRV thing, but to me that sounds cool as anything else as well. If you crank the fuzz a bit. Sounds good. And it's a Vibro King with Vibro King 3x... Is it a 3x10? Possibly Vibro King. Let's Crunch Rig. See, this is when it starts getting interesting. Like with a lot of the IK Multimedia stuff, AmpliTube, you can have multiple amps with multiple speakers. You can have up to 3, right? So if you push this, they add this Marshall to it. Let's see what that sounds like, just for the fun of it. I mean, that's not the preset, but that sounds really cool. So that's, you've got the Marshall, like their version of, I guess, what are they called? The anniversary one, the Jubilee. You've got a Vibro King, and you've got a Bassman, 59 Bassman Limited. That sounds killer. That's not the preset though. Hang on, let's go back to the preset. Let's go back to Crunch Rig with just the 2 amps. Let's see what it sounds like without the Marshall Jubilee. It still has a picture of the Marshall Jubilee, but it's not there. Cool, crunchy sort of indie kind of rhythmy kind of sound. Again, with the Fender blender compressor and an EQ, getting rid of a lot of bottom end. The sustain on basically nothing. Just adds a bit. It's on like 1, which is 0 bit. Just adds a bit. Oh, but the volume is on 10, so it adds some crunch. See, with that, I haven't looked at all that, you know, you've got a 4x10 probably Bassman speaker with a dynamic 57 and a condenser 414. You can change the speakers. You can put them into different rooms. So, you know, that's in a what is that room? Large studio. What's the other one in the hall? So, you know, that it changes the whole sound of it. You can muck around with that. I haven't touched any of this. We're just looking at the presets, and maybe at the end I'll play around with one. Deluxe clean. That doesn't look like a deluxe clean. Okay, well, forgot to do that. I don't know. Gorgeous reverb. So I wonder what. So they use a 63 reverb over the actual internal reverb. Let's turn that one up and see. I think it adds a bit of just generally tone to it, that 63 reverb. I quite like that. Deluxe clean. Next one. Deluxe Tremolo. That's lovely. So the tremolo is that Fender tremolo, and an EQ, getting rid of some bottom end as well. That sounds lovely. That's a lovely clean sound. Next, double. Ooh, with a phaser. So one side's got the phaser on it, the other side is just clean. That sounds lovely too. They're good sounds. Okay, let's skip a few because we've gone past 20 minutes and I'm still on the first one. Let's go. Oh, actually, full drive solo sounds cool. Let's see what. Oh, supersonic. That sounds cool. So there's compression and an EQ. EQ just getting rid of a little bit of that. Let's turn it off. Doesn't make a huge difference. Got a little bit of Fender compression. So that's all the drive just coming from the supersonic. Let's turn both gain stages up. And is it digital delay? Oh no, tape echo, Fender tape echo. That's nice. So far the very first one and that one are probably my two favorites. Let's move on to Fender 2, just so to get through a bunch of these. Athmosphere, I like that kind of stuff. So Athmosphere's got a 57 band master. We've got a digital delay and a 7-band EQ. Again, getting rid of some bottom end and cutting some mids. Going into 2 speakers. So let's see what that sounds like. That's a big reverb. Yeah, decay time is on almost full. That's a great sounding reverb, actually. And that's just a digital reverb. I think, is it possibly free? That's possibly in the free version. I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds lovely. Athmosphere. Okay, a few more, and then I'll make up a sound of my own. So what about... nice crunch plus effects. Got 2 amps again. We've got a super reverb, and we have a 57 Custom Pro. Why is it only coming out of one side? Seems to only be coming out of one side. May have just been a glitch. So I've got the delay here, and we've got, what's on the other side? We've got a chorus on the other side. So the chorus is just on one side, and then the delay is just on the other side. So the delay is on that side, which for you might be the other side because it's back to front, but yeah. Next, let's go. The house is rockin'. Let's rock the house. So that's 2 57 Pro amps, custom Pro amps. We've got a drive in front. But there's no distortion. That's a cool. So what are these? We've got a delay, 2 different types of delays, and a chorus on one side. That's a good sound. I like that. Okay, let's look at maybe 1 or 2 more, and then I'll kind of make up a sound myself. What about River of Tears? I'm not sure what that's referencing, but... love those big sort of ambiences, the reverbs and all that sort of stuff. I think it sounds cool. Okay, one last one, and then let's move on to making up a sound. Or the edge. You got to do the edge. Without getting copyright infringements, but you got to do the edge. So what's off here? It's a compressor. Compressor is off. We've got an EQ, a little bit of bottom end going off. We've got delay, and we've got 2 delays. Maybe it's just these pickups, but it's quite dirty. There's a bit of sort of grit in the background. Let's turn the compression on. Oh. I think there's almost a bit too much going on for the edge sound. So personally, I think my favorite one was the very first one. So let's use that as the 2 Blackfaces. So let's use that as a starting point, right? So here somewhere. That's a great sound. So that's without the overdrive. We've got, so that one's got the reverb there, and this one's got the internal reverb, yeah. There's a little bit of tremolo in that now, which is kind of cool. I think that I don't even need to do much with that sound. That's quite a good sound. Like, ooh, that brings out the tremolo, the drive. Maybe a bit slower. That's cool. I like that. So that's, again, maybe listen to it with headphones or good speakers to get that stereo effect. I think that sounds pretty cool. Now let's add something else. Let's use the Fender Collection. Let's add something from the Fender Collection. No, we don't want AmpliTube. We want the Fender Collection. Let's add... I quite like that fuzz wah. I think that sounded quite good. And let's put that maybe after that. Does that? Okay, let's try. What if we swap them around? I quite like that. Okay, now let's have another look. Also, for example, speakers. So let's. I mean, well, I mean, you could technically change the speakers too. Even, I mean, we could go as far as that. That we look at the speakers, and they're both American 12K, both of them. I I don't know, let's not muck around with that too much. But you can technically go in there and you can change the speakers as well if you really wanted to. Now let's change maybe the microphones. That's what I was getting at. If we go back to this, so what do we have here? We've got a 141 condenser that make 57. So let's maybe make one of them instead of condenser. This is something where you may not have all of these, but we'll just have it. What about a tube VM? That maybe just everything got a lot fatter. Let's do a ribbon 1-to-1. I actually probably preferred the 414. It's maybe a slightly nicer kind of vibe. Let's change, let's change a room. So this is in a large studio. Let's put that into a subway. So this is only one of the two speakers. The other one is in here. So let's put both of them in the subway. See, I always like adding room sounds. I think it's maybe a bit much I went for there, but I quite like adding room sound. But maybe let's do a different one on one side. Let's do garage on one side. So we've got this one's known a garage. And that one, let's see what so that's a 1x12. Let's change that. Let's change a cabinet, for example, with that. We want cabinet. We want to stay. This is the Fender Collection by the looks of it. Yes. So how about I want a 4x10 super reverb cabinet instead? What about a 3x10 57 Bandmaster? Because I quite like 10s, but now instead of the 414, let's use a 121 ribbon because that gives a bit more bottom end. That sounds great. Okay, now let's add some of that fuzz to it. Okay, what else can we add into it from the Fender collections? We've got reverb compressor, pitch shifter, sine flange. Let's just see what this sine flange business does. And let's add that. Can we add it in here? So it's... Okay, let's add it after that. Can I move that in front of that? But I want it... Can I do that? It doesn't look like I can. It won't let me do that. Okay, let's move it onto one side only then. That sounds pretty cool. And let's add, I don't know, tape echo after everything, just to get the lovely... I don't know, I'm just playing around with it and it sounds kind of cool. What else can we do? Again, let's go back here. What else is in the Fender collection here? Tape echo phaser. Oh, phaser. And let's add the phaser to the opposite side, the opposite amp. So one has a flanger, one has a phaser. That sounds cool. What happens now if I make it 3 amps? So hang on, so that for some reason bypasses those. Why does it bypass those? I want it on all of them. So if I just listen to the cab 1, if I solo cab 1, that's just clean with the phaser. Oh, well, that's something else as well. I'm sure you can somehow... Oh yeah, let's put it in front of that before it splits. There you go. So we've got the distortions in front of it, then it splits into the 3 amps. Then this one's got a phaser, this one's got a flanger. And that one, actually let's move that reverb onto that one. Because this one has its own reverb. Okay, hang on. So cabinet 1 should be right in the middle. Cabinet 2, that's cabinet 2, yeah. Hang on, and we'll go back here. Cabinet 2 is that one, is panned all the way to the right, and cabinet, that should be panned all the way to the left now. I mean, I know that's not a Fender. That's actually, let's make this. Okay, let's, instead of the Brit Silver, let's go into Fender. Let's make this, I guess, similarish. Supersonic maybe is a similarish amp. That sounds good. I could go on for hours, but that's good fun. That's really good fun. So that's a triple amp setup with the flanger on one side, phaser in the middle. I don't know why I did that, but I did that. So that was sort of a quick look at the Fender Collection in AmpliTube 5. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if there's any particular... I mean, there's so many amps here. All these are the speakers, but there's all these different Fender amps here. Let me know if there's any of those amps you want me to do a video, especially on one of those amps. Or any other amps in AmpliTube. The awesome people at IK Multimedia have pretty much given me free range of all their software stuff. So, and there's some hardware stuff coming too. Actually, it's on its way already. So, big thank you to everyone at IK Multimedia and AmpliTube. So if there's anything you want me to look at, let me know, because I more than happily sit here and play around with stuff and run through some things. You can watch also did one similar to this with the orange amps up here. Yeah, big thank you, IK Multimedia. Big thank you to all you people. Big thank you to the awesome people at Fano for sending this lovely, lovely guitar up. And yeah, it's a bit of a long video, but you know, looking through lots of stuff. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments below, and please make sure to subscribe. About 90% of our viewers are not subscribed to this channel, so please subscribe if you like what we do, because it does make a huge difference. So on that note, see you next time. Bye.